Hey guys, it's summertime, and you know what that means.
You've taken your first step into a larger world.
Summer camp, it's a thing.
Should we tell them the premiere date of season 7? You ready to celebrate the special day?
Let's do this! Bunk'd Season 7 premieres July 23rd on Disney Channel! Kiki Waka!
I know you guys have been waiting for me to drop this for a while after I got through whatever the Tony Stewart installment was. Man. I honestly don't remember, but anyway, who cares at this point? Like, I'll have to go back after I record this to find out what it was. But anyway, we're here to talk about the Elliott Sadler installment. Well, no. I fucked that one up. Wait. Duh. It was about, season 2 of Villains of Valley View, and of course, the world debut of Pretty Freaking Scary. So now we do the follow-up for another Disney Channel show that's getting accurate review for season 7. Luckily, some of the episodes were filmed before the Writers Guild Association strike, which I'll get to momentarily. So, as you saw by the opening clip, Bunk'd is getting a season 7 and got renewed. I mean, I meant to make this a lot sooner before the strike happened, but now that, then I was putting it off for a while up until, right now, while the strike is, in the middle of, its ongoing action in real time. I might as well deliver my thoughts on that, considering some of my shows, actually 2 shows I know that I and love have been impacted. I'll get to the other one a little bit, but yep, July 23rd. I mean, sorry, I just had 2 sodas, so please forgive me. So my busiest month of reality and YouTube and TikTok is going to be in July. July 1st and 3rd, I'm going to look for something to record. Unfortunately, the original plan, July 2nd, I was going to do the 4th of July Sandy Ridge Bash and turns 1 and 2 with Crouchy Doob, Fireball Man, and Jerry Springer Man, like I did last year. Want to go look at that as well as the previous installment of the series, links in the description. But we all know the story behind that. If you didn't watch, the videos the past 2 days, 2 days ago. Yeah, yesterday, that the Spurs, Wembenyama, Malik Rose wannabe ran, and of course, the neighborhood fun teared up like Terry Labonte, where really not much really happened, even though it was an average night that we salvaged in Sandy Ridge. But yeah, so therefore, unfortunately, that's going to be off camera. We'll be lucky if we can add some people on our social media, including this up here on YouTube, and follow the TikTok, all that other good stuff. That's probably the closest thing we're going to get to having the phones out at all. But July 4th is probably going to be the same thing from last year. I'll just make my random roundabouts in the neighborhood, and maybe whoever's throwing fireworks that night, like Mo did last year, that goated 4th of July weekend, I don't think, unfortunately, this year's going to be, as great. It's going to be a good one. It's just not going to be as great as it was last year with 3 YouTube videos in 3 days. But whoever's the one throwing off the fireworks for the actual 4th of July, I will go to their house and we'll watch it there. So, this is going to be fun. But, we have that. And then after all the 4th of July festivities are over, we're back to work for 5th, 6th, 7th. We're only back to work for 3 days, so we have 3 days to prepare for what is about to happen on July 9th. July 8th will be some last-minute, preparation, and then July 9th, we're all set like Jimmy Johnson to the Brook Park docu-series down by Sandhurst at Home Days, which is obviously the North Ridgeville equivalent the Brook Park equivalent of the North Ridgeville Corn Fest, which is most likely why I probably won't be recording anything for you here on YouTube or on TikTok on July 10th, or let alone I most likely won't be going to work or stepping outside the neighborhood, even though my mom already said I could have the day off, because I was already telling people in advance that I most likely wasn't going to be there July 10th, because I'm expecting it to be 90 degrees on July 9th, probably hotter over by my old house than it is over here where I live now. And July 10th, I'm gonna feel that, going into the next morning, midday, early afternoon. I'm going to be fucking knocked out and sleeping all day. And then July 11th, we just go back to the drawing board, and then we get ready for what's going to happen 10 days later. Wait a second, though. I think... Okay, I'll get to that in just a few seconds. So, July 21st, we may or may not take the day off. Who knows? I got to see how I'm feeling or what my dad thinks or what if I get my mom's approval. But Georgia Kostiak, my friend, well, I'm married named O'Hara, but you know what I mean, is holding another show at her home city, Seven Hills Home Days. So Seven Hills Home Days. It's very, very far away from even far away from Brook Park, but especially far away from here. That's a long ways to go. I hope it's not as long as I think, but we'll just have to find out if my dad's available on the 21st, and then and see how far of a drive it is, from here to there, and from Brook Park to there. It's the least of my concern because I don't live there anymore. I'm just going back to visit for the first time in 4 years, a week before this, but I'm expecting it to be upper 80s, lower 90s, and that day too. It's probably one of the hottest nights of July. And then, the next day I think we got poker game night, January, February, March. Episode 5, Season 2, Episode 5, the very next day. And then Real Life Need for Speed on Bike starts. We're going to do the sign-ups, We're probably going to do the sign-ups. Since I probably didn't get to do them this week, I won't have time to do them next week. But after the 4th of July stuff and Brook Park stuff is done, like after we get through with the 4th of July and Brook Park stuff and send my sister off back to her current regular scheduled daily life as a wife and mom, in Norfolk, Virginia, then maybe July 10th, we'll be exhausted. July 11th, we'll start sign-ups, and then sometime the week after that, the week of the Georgia show and the Poker Game Night Season 2, Episode 5. We don't want to go that far yet. Then maybe we'll start the series. Record the first episode or two. Probably, while we're doing the sign-ups, me and my grandfather get my bike ready, put air in it, and I'll take it for a little test drive. I wish I had a GoPro, but sadly I don't. That costs a lot of money, so I would have to wait till next season for Fun in the Sun to get one. But man, it's going to be fun. And, I have one season to not fuck this up. Either I don't have anybody, I don't, what am I trying to say here? I have one season to fuck this up, as in I'm risking, the possibility of a wreck happening, someone getting hurt, and, thing is, we do not want to go that far. I do not want to we're not going to do roadblocks, we're not going to do pit maneuvers and all that stuff, because if we were brave enough to try it, it's not really just about getting hurt, it's about that, but that's not the only issue. I mean, someone on a regular bicycle, Juan Montoya's into the two motorcycles that are creating a roadblock. I mean, 50% of the time, someone could get hurt, but 50% of the other 50%, like the bigger half, somebody could fucking die. And I hate to say that, which is why we're not going to do it. We're not going to go too crazy with the hot pursuit, but I'll explain more about Need for Speed Real Life on Bikes in the weeks to come, going into the next month. But the elephant in the room, Season 7 of Bunk'd and the Writers Guild of America strike. So, Bunk'd got renewed for Season 7 sometime a year ago. I can't remember when, but it's probably the longest running Disney Channel show since Livin' La Vida Labra, from 2012 to 2015, 2016. And then, of course, we had an extra year with that ourselves in 2017 to get to know the whole story leading up to Season 4, and, Bunk'd, had a subtitle added in Season 6, I think. Yeah, where it became Learning the Ropes, kind of like how La Vida Labrats with Kelly Berglund as Brie Davenport Oliveras added a subtitle in Season 4, Bionic Island, to fit in with the storyline of them going from Mission Creek to Bionic Island, out in the middle of the open out in the open in the middle of nowhere. So, therefore, I'm really excited to continue supporting one of my ultimate favorite actresses, Miranda May, and hopefully, maybe getting to talk to her through one of my real life friends, Gage Collins, who's dating my neighbor, Shelby Barley. So shout out to you, Gage. I mean, and of course, being friends with Miranda and everything, one of my ultimate favorite actresses. I hope you guys still talk on one another, because if you actually have a way to contact her and I see you, I want to be able to get a hold of her. That way I can meet her as one of her biggest fans from Bunk'd. Of course, I'm excited to keep supporting Mallory Jane James Mahoney as one of my favorites on the show. And of course, Shiloh Verico's Wild Winning Weber. I did a birthday tribute for Shiloh this year. I did one for Mallory last year, and the year before that, I did one for Miranda. So all my favorites on Bunk'd all got birthday tributes. So I don't know how many episodes they got done before the strike, halted everything, but at least they got some done. So we were very, very lucky. So therefore, now my thoughts on the strike. I was hoping they would cut something about finding a miracle to secure a deal, the last minute deal. That way none of this would happen. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I mean, some of the fall lineup shows for the ABC, CBS, Fox, and even starting next year we added to our lineup NBC is all out of whack. Some of the schedules are like reruns of shit, from that are stuff shows that are still going today. Not the ones that drop like flies. None of those. None of those at all whatsoever. Unfortunately, it's just the one. I mean, it's just the ones that are still around that are gonna get replayed that from past seasons, because there's no writers, to make new episodes. So without the writers, we wouldn't have the shows to begin with. And what if the actors go on strike, and then what? Then Hollywood is fucked, and the fans like me who are passionate about this stuff to the point where they become friends with these people from these shows on and off camera like me, let alone getting to meet them virtually through FaceTime, video call, or live stream. It's fucked too, and we do not want it to get to that level. I hope a deal can be done so the shit can be over with, because not only Bunk'd was impacted. I don't know how far we're gonna get in season 7 before we not see any season 7 episodes for a while until the shit gets resolved. But the Really Loud House, luckily, they were not in the middle of filming. They were not in the middle of filming when this was impacted, because I don't think they had started filming yet. Maybe they did. I don't fucking know. But yeah, season 2 got suspended for a while for production. And I'm glad Villains of Valley View got their shit done right in the nick of time as the strike began. It's like, wow, talk about perfect timing. At least they won't be impacted, because we're starting season 2 for ourselves tonight, and weather permitting tomorrow, maybe we'll finish the opening part of the season of that for Pretty Freaking Scary tomorrow. But if the weather holds up and it turns out to be nice, then yeah, we'll go outside, maybe record something, and then we'll finish the remainder of the opening part of Villains of Valley View season 2 and the world debut of Pretty Freaking Scary. But yeah, the Really Loud House, there's finishing out airing the season 1 episodes for the early part of summer. But my prediction is, after season 1 finale of the Really Loud House breezes on by like Donny Osmond, I have a feeling that that's when that girl Lele is coming back to finish their second season, because we don't know if they're getting a season 3 or not. I mean, I hope that just because David A. Arnold is gone, that the show doesn't start going downhill. But luckily, they have Marissa Reyes to hold down the fort, in terms of the on-camera roles, the on-camera equivalent to what David A. Arnold was off-camera, the GOAT. So, I mean, Kensington Tallman's a GOAT too, but actually on this show she isn't, because she just plays a mean character. I mean, she's not as bitchy as Jem. I mean, she's a bit sad, kind of. I would say with the sass, I mean, she's not really all that sassy like, Felicia is, but she is like 2004 Tony Stewart when he punched Vickers and gave him the Booty Barker treatment from The Price is Right at Sears Point, deliberately dumped Casey Keene of Chicagoland on a restart, which sparked that, brawl in the 20 pit between the 9 and the 20 pit crews, which Bobby Labonte's crew, along with the NASCAR officials, including my old buddy, the old 18 gas. I mean, Greg Martin had to come in there to break it up and help their teammates and, stop beating the shit out of the Evernham guys. Greg Zipadelli catching his breath after angry Tommy Baldwin got in his face, screaming and hollering at him, poking him in the chest, telling him he was going to kick his driver, Tony Stewart's ass, for wrecking his driver deliberately on the restart and all that X, Y, and Z. And that's why Zippy told the truth, if y'all remember. And of course, because he told the truth, he won the argument and Baldwin got the hammer down on him. I was 10 years old when that took place. So it goes to show all these younger actors that are my friend who know who I am, that know I like NASCAR. And it goes to show them that how old I am, considering that most of them probably weren't even around in 2004, and even if they were, they probably were just newborn infants or probably at best toddlers. And crazy how time flies when you're having fun. But the Really Loud House, got impacted by this strike. I mean, I don't know how far they got, or even if they even tried to got any episodes done and taping at all. But all I know is they do plan to have a season 2 once this shit is all taken care of, and they have a Halloween movie set up like Jimmy Johnson as a, follow-up of the Christmas movie from 2 years ago, which was beautiful. It left me speechless. I remember the Spurs played the Celtics that night, but I know the Spurs won, but I was kind of upset with the way they were playing, sucking it up and, all doing all this horrible play and shit. And even my grandmother said it best: you're better off watching Nickelodeon and a Christmas movie based on a live action version of an animated show you really don't care about. Because instead of being all depressed, sad, angry, and stressed over a basketball game, you could watch a Nickelodeon movie, a live action version of an animated show with a lot of your friends from other shows that they were on, in the past, like Lexi the Benedetto Night Squad, Marcus Fulmar, Drama Club, even though I'm still a little upset that they did not bring him back to reprise his role as Harold in the show. And of course, there was we got Dora Dolphin now as our new friend, as well as Sophia Woodward. Dora Dolphin's on Villains of Valley View now, but there was somebody else on there too. I can't remember who it was, but there was 3 people I was supporting: Lexi, Marcus, and oh my god, who was it? Of course, I fucking was a dumbass again. It was just 2 people I was supporting, Lexi and Marcus, because of the fact that I had them from Night Squad and Drama Club, My grandmother said, instead of being depressed, angry, sad, and stressed over a basketball game, I could watch a family-friendly Nickelodeon Christmas movie Nickelodeon Christmas movie, a live-action version of a series that we normally don't follow, that we could follow, since as an adult, we're more into live-action stuff more than animated stuff, which was what the kid version made where I could just laugh, I can joke around. And turned out I only did those 2 things. I also did more than that. It had such a beautiful ending to the point where I was basically in tears, and I was so speechless. I came running up the stairs to tell my mom and grandmother how beautiful it was, and I could have woken up my grandfather, who, my grandparents still slept up here over by the staircase where their bedroom's at. Man, never have I been in tears over a movie. Let alone, I was never in tears over any program I liked after that, until when we went through the Jimmy Spencer through Ryan Newman installments of the follow-up, the said follow-up we're talking about before you, when Bella Blanding had me in tears. It's the whole Charlie moving away thing, and the fact that now that they're continuing the season 1 to finish it, they're actually going to bring her back. I don't know if it's physically in person, or just virtually on the phone, but we'll just have to wait and see. Whenever we get back to our shows, whenever it's the time, whether we finish the rest of 22, 23. I think we might have to do that because of the fact that the heavyweights that would make us go straight to the next season. The Goldbergs and Million Little Things are gone. I think we might just finish it out there. I think by the time we get to the tail end of Season 3 of Adventures in Autumn and get ready for Season 3 of Fun in the Sun and get ready for Season 3 of Adventures in Autumn, we might, knock out the rest of what we did not finish last end of this past season, because we just started the summer season, Fun in the Sun. But what we will do in the middle of summer still is the TV Mega Mix. There's a shitload of shows on the lineup. It's going to be bigger, badder, and stronger than last year. It's a weak ass lineup. So yeah, the TV Mega Mix. I mean, the Really Loud House is a Halloween movie following up the follow-up to the Christmas movie 2 years ago. I wonder what they're gonna do next if they renew it for season 3, a Thanksgiving movie, or whatever. If they're gonna base these live-action holiday movies off fall, winter holidays like Halloween. First Christmas, now Halloween. What's next? Thanksgiving. Considering they had an episode on Thanksgiving Day with the parent-teacher conferences. I mean, well, season 2, we got to find out, what episodes are, that's on the lineup for episode season 2. Well, we'll just have to find out at a later time. But yeah, I'm really excited for the Really Loud House season 2 whenever that comes or is announced. But I'm also really excited for season 7 of Bunk'd, whenever, on July 23rd. And most important of all, ready for the fucking strike to be over, so all my favorite people from my favorite shows off camera can get back to doing what they love for the people that we love even more on camera. So remember, we're going over the Villains of Valley View and Pretty Freaking Scary world premieres of season 2 and inaugural season tonight. And weather permitting, if it rains most of the day tomorrow, then we'll stay inside and do tonight's shows that we're gonna watch tomorrow. However, if the weather actually holds together, then we'll try to watch tonight's stuff as early as possible and go to bed in a timely manner, so that way we can get up early tomorrow. Well, not too early, but not too late. And also, that means we go to bed not too early, but not too late either. It goes both ways. And then, when we come in and park the bus, take a shower like Terry Labonte, we'll record another video. Our reaction videos to what you're going to see in real time tonight, we're going to watch tomorrow. So, I'm not going to do the full extended outro yet because we have to do it in tonight's video. So, until we get to Villains of Valley View and Pretty Freaking Scary season 2 and an inaugural debut, have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Good night, and I will see you for the Villains of Valley View season 2 premiere reaction video, where I think they combine the Steve Park, Rusty Wallace installments as one whole episode. And then we got the Steve Park, Rusty Wallace installments of Pretty Freaking Scary as separate episodes. And as for the Bunk'd fans that follow my TikTok and are subscribed to my channel, I will see you guys on July 23rd, even though he sadly most likely won't be able to finish, season 6 in a timely manner, considering July is almost here. So, see you later tonight, everyone.